Hello, it is Chantel here and you are watching Studio Expansion TV, connecting, educating and empowering studio owners to redefine their businesses. And today we're tackling a bit of a tricky topic. It's what to do when you're bringing on new teachers who want to be paid too much. You know, there's this interesting trend that happens where students often they'll graduate from university or from a full-time performing course and they come out into the big wide world with probably somewhat unrealistic expectations of how much they're going to be paid. And where they get these assumptions from, it's who knows. But the thing is that they're coming out wanting what would often you would pay a teacher to, host a workshop. They want for their average, week by week rate. And as a studio owner, that's really unsustainable and we're torn. We become torn because these teachers are fantastic and they're really worth we know that they're valuable, they're highly trained, but we legitimately cannot afford to pay them what they're asking and we're in a bit of a pickle. So I want to share with you a strategy that has been incredibly powerful for a lot of our studio owners to be able to roll out, and it involves reshuffling the perception for these newly graduated teachers on how we're going to define value and their pay scale for working in a studio. The tricky thing about these types of teachers we're bringing on board is that often they'll be looking for opportunities in a lot of different places. And what can often happen as well is that their reliability isn't so crash hot. And that is a big red flashing warning sign for our retention. So what we want to do is to be able to educate these newly graduated teachers and share with them what is important about working in a studio. And the best way, and this is our secret strategy I'm going to share with you today, it's to have a little conversations, to have a sit down with this new teacher and to share with them, we so value and I so can understand why you want to be paid this amount. And to be able to share with them that at the moment, that's a little out of grasp for me to be able to pay you right now. But what I want to come to you with is to propose that we work out a little bit of an arrangement, you and I, and that is based on your retention. So what we're going to do here is we're going to work out a tiered pay scale, an ascension pay scale that rewards these newly graduated teachers based on their performance when it comes to the most important thing in a studio, retention. You see, what often happens is that these newly graduate teachers will come out all aspirational, but then they'll go get a gig on a cruise ship or they'll go get a performance opportunity and they'll leave your class in the lurch. And if you're going to pay top dollar, I want you to get absolute commitment. So this is a way of kind of structuring it so that they've got to show they're worth their salt. So here's what you do. You say to them, when you first come on board, we're going to start you off at X amount per hour or per class, however you structure it, X amount. And then at the end of 3 months, we're going to look at your numbers of retention of who's gone to the next class and how you're kind of growing the program. And then if you're kind of achieving an X amount of retention percentage, we're going to put you up to this pay scale. And then if you can achieve an 85% retention rate over time, that's when I can really start to reward you with more funds. And the best thing about this, for you as a studio owner is that you're not putting your neck on the line in a very easy way to say it. When your retention is great, when your classes are at capacity, you've got a little more margin to work with. You can afford to pay your teachers more without putting yourself at risk. As opposed to locking yourself in at a higher rate for a new teacher, I want you to show them what you value first, foremost across everything in the studio is retention, yeah? So this is a way that you can help to appease them and show them, I'm willing to help pay you more. But you're going to have to show me. You're going to have to show me. And what this does is it really reinforces that the type of teacher you're looking for here puts education at the heart of what they do. I like to say that we want to hire workhorses, not show ponies. And if you're getting newly graduated teachers, often they're a little bit of the show pony. They want the kind of the fun, the glitz, the glam, but they haven't yet learnt the skills of a true teacher, of a really dedicated teacher who knows how to maintain the connection and retain students. So by doing this in this particular way, it trains them very early on that this is all about retention. You are safe and they can feel strong and proud that they've got a way to increase their earnings without having to risk their continuity of income. The most successful studios I know with outstanding retention, with huge size studios, there's a big decision that studio owner has made, and that has been to choose to hire teachers who see this as their career, not just as a stopgap. And you and I know the difference. There are teachers who come on board who are looking for flexible hours and for something in between gigs. You want to bring people into your studio who are going to be there for your students, who are going to be committed to being at their weekly class. And this is a very powerful strategy for you to apply because it will kind of weed out those who aren't passionate about your students' retention. And that's what you want. I want you to have teachers who are so committed to retention in your studio that they are really invested for the right reasons. That's why I love this strategy and why I want to encourage you to try it out for yourself because it works a treat. So in the interim, I want to ask you, what challenges do you have when it comes to hiring new team members? What are you finding has shifted in terms of when you are wanting new teachers? What are they seeking from you and what are you not comfortable with? And we can be able to help you navigate these challenges as a studio owner so that you truly are comfortable and strong and leading this team in the direction you want it to go. So pop your comments in the section below. Thank you so much for watching and we cannot wait to see you next time for more episodes of Studio Expansion TV.